Former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Justin Fields, for the very first time, just came out and exposed the real reason why he left the Steelers in favor of the Jets. And it's because of the head coach. But first, before I get more into it and what he said, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, Justin Fields. Many people thought he was going to return to the Pittsburgh Steelers and be their starting quarterback for this upcoming season, but they were unable to agree to a deal, and he quickly moved on to the New York Jets, signing on the first day of free agency with them on a 2-year contract for $40 million, $30 million guaranteed. And this left many people wondering exactly why he left the Steelers in favor of the Jets. Was it because of a contract? Was it because of his doubts in the team and the coaching staff and everything like that? What was the real reason why Justin Fields left the Pittsburgh Steelers? Many people took their guesses, but we didn't know for sure. Well, now we know for sure, because Justin Fields, in an interview done with the New York Jets, exposed why he wanted to sign with them instead of return to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was because of the head coach. So, let's get into the direct quotes from Justin Fields himself on exactly why he left the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I quote, "I think number one, Coach Glenn. I've played against him early in my career. I know how passionate he is about the game, the way he coaches, the way his players play. So I think that was the biggest thing for me. And just the opportunity, the fans, of course the city. When you win here, there's no better place to win. Those reasons are ultimately why I ended up here. Our relationship playing against each other means a lot because of Detroit. Of course, they've had a lot of success the past couple of years. So for him to want me here is definitely an honor. And I'm going to put it all on the line for him and do all I can to help this team be successful." End quote. So, there you have it. Justin Fields exposes the real reason why he wanted to go to the New York Jets instead of stay with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you look at the reality of the situation, it's been exposed by many that the Pittsburgh Steelers actually offered in the same ballpark in terms of the money, and the money wasn't the problem. That's not the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers weren't able to re-sign Justin Fields. It wasn't a money issue. It was actually outside reasons. And Justin Fields basically exposed in this interview that it was outside reasons. And it was the head coach, Glenn, compared to Mike Tomlin, in which he decided to leave the Steelers for the Jets. Aaron Glenn, as a head coach, is a player's head coach. He's someone who gets the most of his players, and he's someone who the players always talk highly of. And who does that sound like? That sounds like Mike Tomlin. But when you look at what Mike Tomlin did to Justin Fields last season, Aditi Kukubala, a reporter insider who covers the Pittsburgh Steelers, exposed that Justin Fields feels some type of way about the way that Mike Tomlin handled his situation last year in terms of the benching, and that he kind of feels betrayed by him. So if you could go to another team who is a player's head coach, and that head coach is the first time head coach of the team, that head coach is trying to build trust with their players. He's not going to go out and lie to his players in year one, because that just doesn't make any sense. You would lose all trust. So when that head coach in year one is telling you something, you're going to believe it, and more than likely, it's going to be true. So when Justin Fields gets the message from Aaron Glenn that he's coming to the team, he's going to be the starter, he's going to take his word for it, and that's the word. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. But when you look at what Justin Fields went through last season with Mike Tomlin, someone who's supposed to be that player's head coach, who's supposed to be the person who gathers a locker room, rallies everyone together, when he's in year, almost 20 now, he's not going to tell you the direct truth, and he's allowed to lie to you a little bit without any repercussions from the team, the players, or organization as a whole. So when Mike Tomlin says, hey, we're moving on, and Russell Wilson is the reason why we're moving on to become the starter, because we feel as though he gives us a better opportunity to win. When he says that, you have to just go with it, because that's his decision. He's been there long enough. You can't kind of rebuttal it. And that's what happened. The Steelers moved on from Justin Fields, benched him after going 4-2 in favor of Russell Wilson because they felt as though he gave the Steelers a better chance to win in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. But he didn't. The Steelers went on, a 5-game losing streak, ended the season poorly. He started playing very poorly. The Steelers didn't go back to Justin Fields when they realized that he wasn't going to give them a better opportunity to win football games. This is talking about Russell Wilson now. They didn't go back to Justin Fields. No, they stuck it out, and it makes you think, why didn't they stick it out with me? Why did they bench me? Why did they lie to me in terms of saying that they're going to use me in certain situations, that we're going to have more packages for me? They said this week after week, we're going to have more packages for Justin Fields, but that never ended up happening. The only game it happened was, I believe, the Cleveland Browns or the Baltimore Ravens. I forget, one of the two. So they're going to have more packages for me. I'm going to start playing more. They lied to me. So he feels some type of way about the benching, being lied to by the head coach, and he wants to go to a team with a head coach who's not going to do that. And that's the reality of the situation. And him basically saying that he's going to the New York Jets because of the head coach, specific reason, the head coach, that has a lot to say about the organization and where Mike Tomlin's at right now. So the thing about the situation that I'm going to keep going back to is the whole coaching staff, in terms of Arthur Smith and everyone else, was on board on keeping starting quarterback Justin Fields as a starter throughout last season and not benching him. And if you remember, Jay Glazer, Mike Tomlin's friend in the media at Fox Sports on a Sunday game day show, said that Mike Tomlin was going rogue. He was going lone on the decision to start Russell Wilson and bench Justin Fields in favor of him. He was going rogue on that decision. No one else wanted to do it. Mike Tomlin is making that lone decision. And that's kind of messes up the trust behind Justin Fields and Mike Tomlin. Because when you're the only person who wants to start Russell Wilson, you're going to take that personal. No one else wants Russell Wilson to start in terms of the coaching staff. Jay Glazer said that. Jay Glazer said that Mike Tomlin was the only person, and it was his own decision. That means Mike Tomlin told Jay Glazer that because they're friends, and he revealed that information. So when Justin Fields hears that and he's saying, hey, the whole coaching staff, my teammates want me to start, but the only person who doesn't want me to start is Mike Tomlin, you're going to feel some type of way towards your head coach after that and lose all trust in him. And that's what happened. And Justin Fields revealed that basically, saying that he left the Steelers because of the head coach. And when you look at Justin Fields, it makes complete sense. He started off the season good, was improving game after game, was improving play after play, and he looked way better and more comfortable than he did in any season that he played with the Chicago Bears. He was getting better, but the Pittsburgh Steelers decided, nope, it doesn't matter if you're getting better, we're moving on from you. And that's what Mike Tomlin did. And it just didn't make sense. The fans didn't rally behind it. None of the fans wanted this to happen either. When you look at the outrage that there was on social media and the Steelers fan base, they all wanted to stick with Justin Fields. When you look at the talk shows, ESPN, and when you look at the podcasts like Big Ben's podcast, they're all saying, why are you doing this now? It makes no sense. Justin Fields is rolling. Stick with Justin Fields. And Russell Wilson, it didn't matter. He ended up becoming a starter. So Justin Fields saw that. He heard the outrage. And he knew that Mike Tomlin didn't trust him anymore. And why would he trust a head coach that doesn't trust you? And going into free agency, that was the biggest topic. Like I said, many people were wondering, why isn't a deal getting done with Justin Fields? If you want him to be the guy now, why isn't a deal getting done? Well, you have to think, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, now you want me to be the starter? What's the difference? If you didn't trust me 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, if you didn't trust me then, why are you trusting me now to be the starter? It doesn't make sense. Obviously, you don't think I'm capable of being a starting quarterback. So why do you think I'm capable of being a starting quarterback now? It doesn't make sense. Why don't you just go back and sign Russell Wilson? You wanted him to be the guy last season, 3 months ago. Why don't you want to be the guy now? So he kind of felt that maybe that Mike Tomlin and the Steelers were going to do the same thing, and he wanted to guarantee his starting spot, so that's why he left the Jets, and that makes complete sense. Because if you're going to the Jets and they have no one else. They only have Tyrod Taylor behind you, and they're telling you you're going to be the starter. It's a new head coach telling you that. You're going to believe him. But if you're going back to the Steelers and they're telling you you're going to be the starter, you're thinking in the back of your mind, you already told me that once. You benched me in favor of someone else, and now you want me the starter. How can I trust you again? So I might as well go to a team that's offering me more money, a little bit more money, and a more secure job. So that's what he did, and that's the real reason why he left the Pittsburgh Steelers in favor of the New York Jets. And in reality, it makes complete sense. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this topic of Justin Fields leaving the New York Jets. How do you feel about him exposing the reason why he left was because he wanted a better head coach in Aaron Glenn compared to Mike Tomlin? Do you think Mike Tomlin did betray him? I personally do. Even though Russell Wilson was signed here first before the Steelers traded for Justin Fields, Mike Tomlin basically went in front of the world and said, hey, Justin Fields is not capable of winning us any games anymore. Russell Wilson's the guy. So I feel as though he betrayed him a little bit in front of everyone on the national stage, and that's how he felt as well. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, everything surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason. I've covered it. Every new edition is on the channel. Go ahead and check it out. And every continuation of every new signing will be on the channel as well. So stay tuned for all the news, rumors, and updates. And until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.